guys, Josh here of Yugatech, back with another review for you lovely people. And for the past couple of years, I think it's safe to say that there's been a growing amount of electric scooters, especially around the metro. And today we're actually going to be reviewing one of Lenovo's first electric scooters in the market, the Lenovo electric scooter M2. It was first launched in China, but now it's finally available in our shores. Now we're going to be doing a quick unboxing, set this up for you guys, and see how this fares against other popular scooters in the market. So without further ado, let's go on ahead.
Opening the box, you'll be greeted by another box, and inside the second box will be a few important accessories. First, we have a 42-volt 63-watt barrel charging brick, some included tools since there's going to be a little setting up to do, and of course, let's not forget all the important paperwork as well. Now all that's left to do is to remove all this foam and pull the scooter out. Getting it up and running is fairly easy. Most of the components are already assembled, with just the handlebar assembly left to complete it. To unfold the Lenovo M2, there's a security buckle on the left side. Slide the mechanism up and pull the buckle down to disengage the lock. Now you can unfold the scooter, and once that's up, the final step is to lock it in place once again. Once you've propped it up, if you take a look at the top tube, you'll see there's going to be a spring sitting inside. Pull the spring out, which will reveal a 5-pin connector. This connects to the handlebar to be able to power and control the scooter. Once that's done, all that's left to do is to push everything back in, use the provided screws and tools to mount the handlebar in place, and you should be good to go. Oh, and don't forget to screw this one as well on the side, because that's pretty important. After all of that, hold the power button to switch it on, and then you should be good to go. Design-wise, the Lenovo M2 looks like a fairly simple electric scooter, but does have some of its bells and whistles that help it stand out from others. It has these attractive and angular curved features, and according to the box, it's available in either black or white. But what we have here is the former. The chassis is built from aluminum alloy, and since it's much lighter than steel, it puts the M2 at a curb weight of under 15 kilograms. But despite retaining a solid structure, it makes it a little bit tough to carry around. So let me be the first one to tell you that you're not going to have a fun time taking this over a flight of stairs. And because of that, it's able to handle a maximum payload of 120 kilograms, so that's good to know. It features a front-folding magnesium alloy mechanism that locks in place right away, also making it easy to carry and store. If you're wondering, here are some dimensions to help you out. The front profile is very slim, except for those relatively wide handlebars sticking out. Here you will find a single LED projector headlamp at the top, while over at the bottom is a little thicker where the suspension and front fender are located. The headlight works fine, but has a rather low beam angle. It could also use a little bit more brightness, but we're not complaining too much. Over at the back, your rear fender along with 2 taillights on each side. Unfortunately, we're missing a brake light here, so it won't get any brighter even when you press on the levers. Checking out the side, you'll find the battery underneath, and on the opposite end is your front-mounted side stand, which is constructed out of this flimsy plastic material. Above that is the deck, which is nice and rubberized, making for better grip as you ride. It has a width of about 7 inches, leaving you with more ample space to stand on and have different riding positions. On the left side, again, is your side-mounted security buckle, and the barrel charging port right where the folding mechanism is located. It's nice to see that this one is mounted in a higher position. Right on the sides of the stem, you'll find some Lenovo branding, and what's interesting is that they also included the manufacturing date here at the bottom, just in case you want to know. On top is your cockpit that features some pretty standard stuff. A single brake lever to control both the front and back wheels, and a nice little bell on the left side, while on the right is pretty simple with just your thumb-activated throttle. Both the left and right sides also come with dotted anti-slip grips, giving you better control. As for wheels, we're getting some nice 8.5-inch non-pneumatic honeycomb tires with orange reflector accents at the front and back. This means that they don't utilize air, but instead have hexagonal patterns inside to help absorb rougher terrain. Looking at the box, there does seem to be a pneumatic option for the tires as well, but here in the Philippines, we're currently only getting the honeycomb variant. Lenovo did promise to have more in store, so we're looking forward to that. It uses a triple braking system to come to a halt. The front uses electronic brakes, while the rear sports a disc brake along with a dedicated foot brake much like a classic scooter for more stopping ability. To add to that, the tires also have anti-skid lines for better grip on the tarmac. The Lenovo M2 gets an Ip54 Protection, And although that rating is only set to take on dust and debris, it can handle a few minor splashes, but we don't recommend you do it on purpose. The LED display sits right in between the handlebars and is used to show the current status of the electric scooter. There's a red Lenovo logo above, and below that is your speedometer, your trip meter, gear indicator, battery levels, and electronic lock. The large panel makes it easy to see at a glance, but it can get tough to view in harsh sunlight. Although it's pretty apparent when it gets darker, it's a good thing that the brightness can still be adjusted higher for better daytime view. The M2 also connects to your smartphone via Bluetooth. Scan the provided QR code located on top or download the Lenovo Companion app. After signing up, enter the code sent to you via email, scan another QR code located at the bottom of the scooter, and that should take you straight to the interface where you can see more data about your ride, activate cruise control functions, adjust the level of backlight and regenerative braking, as well as remotely lock or unlock it for added security. And to top it off, it features 4 driving modes. Level 1, which takes you up to 5 km per hour, Level 2 at 15 km per hour, Level 3, which is going to be the fastest at 25 km per hour, and what I like to call pedestrian mode, which lets you cruise at the same speed as someone walking. And since we're already here, why don't we take this guy out for a spin? The Lenovo M2's battery is capable of outputting a total of 350 watts with a top speed of, you guessed it, 25 kilometers per hour. Now that may not seem like much, but you'll be surprised, especially since it does have quite some pull. But Lenovo downplayed themselves too much for their first scooter, since we were actually able to reach a top speed of 27 kilometers per hour at times. It is 350 watts of power after all. So for casual riding or just simply getting from point A to point B, this guy does the job pretty well, so no complaints there. But if there's one thing that entry-level scooters share is that despite their performance on flat pavements, they do have an Achilles heel when it comes to hill climbing or steep roads. Although able to handle an incline of up to 15 degrees, the Lenovo electric scooter M2 is not entirely free of this problem. You may have to assist it by giving it an extra kick, or you might just end up walking the scooter if the incline is too high. However, for the most part, it is still capable, creeping in slowly but surely as she climbs. As far as ride comfort is concerned, the triple shock absorption system includes a hydraulic shock at the back, a hidden shock absorber at the front, and to top it off, the honeycomb wheels also act as a tire damper. Although it's still most comfortable in smooth pavements, it still does alright in less favorable road conditions. But the frame can tend to rattle, which can be rather bothersome. Regardless, the Lenovo M2 does help cushion minor imperfections on the ground and feels good to go over speed bumps and potholes. The frame feels solid and doesn't feel flimsy at all, which is a good sign that this should last you for quite some time, except maybe a few scratches here and there. One thing that can be bothersome to a few though is how light and sensitive the steering column is, which might take some time getting used to. When it comes to braking, both the front and back have good stopping power. Coming in full speed at 25 kilometers per hour, there was about a 3.5 meter distance after hitting the brakes, which is not too shabby. The only time the tires would accidentally skid is if you pull the brakes too abruptly or if the road is a little wet, both of which are understandable conditions, of course. As for battery life, the Lenovo M2 is equipped with a 36-volt lithium-ion battery and is capable of covering a range of about 30 kilometers before running out of juice. And by doing some battery tests, we were able to verify that as well, only falling a kilometer short using the fastest mode all the way. While the 63-watt charger is capable of charging from 0 to 100% in about 3 to 4 hours. It's kind of strange though how we don't get any active charging indication apart from the AC adapter's light itself, which turns red the moment it detects a charge and green when it's complete. Hopefully we'll see a fix in an upcoming firmware update. The scooter also automatically slows down when it detects low battery levels. And depending on how much you use the scooter, a single charge can potentially last you from a couple of days to even a week before needing to juice it up again, which is going to be great for those who just step out to do quick errands. But with Lenovo being a little bit late to the party, how would this fare against other popular scooters that have been in the market for some time? To compare, Xiaomi's Mi Essential and 365 scooters have been some of the most common ones out there on the road. Side by side, you can say that they're very similar in terms of design. But you can start to tell a few differences, especially once you get behind the handlebars and start riding it. For one, it's a little heavier by 3 kilograms, but makes for a more stabilized ride. The Lenovo M2 is also equipped with a suspension system along with non-inflatable tires. But while the M2 shocks do give better play, Xiaomi's air-filled pneumatic tires seem to be better at taking on road imperfections. And the biggest thing to probably consider is that the Lenovo M2 comes with a larger 350-watt motor and has faster charging times as well. And although there's so much more to talk about and compare, we're already seeing some good competition over here. Of course, if you've already embraced the Xiaomi ecosystem, then you might be better off with one of those, considering they also have a strong market for third-party accessories. But Lenovo shouldn't be too far off, especially since they did a great job for their first electric scooter, and we can't wait to see more. Sure, we're not getting the lightest frame, it's not the fastest, and the features are rather standard, but that's exactly why this makes it such a value-for-money electric scooter, and it's off to a good start. The Lenovo M2 is priced at 19,995 pesos, but there is a launch promo going on that slashes the price down to just 16,995 pesos if you pre-order from March 18 to 27 exclusively on the Lazada app. It'll also be available on other sites such as Shopee, as well as Lenovo's official stores nationwide with a 1-year Lenovo warranty. You can even join their giveaway and get a chance to win a brand new Lenovo M2 e-scooter yourself. Just follow these mechanics.
So, what do you guys think about Lenovo's first electric scooter? Let us know in the comment section down below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads, and be sure to visit Yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Again, this has been Josh, stay safe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.